Hello everyone, welcome back to ParsecGames, and in this tutorial I'm finally going to show you how to add the night indicator screen at the beginning before the game starts. Because apparently between episode 1 and 2 I did this for some reason. I think I started filming episode 2 at some point, then for some reason I think I was just unhappy with the recording and I scrapped it, and I did it again a couple months later, and I manually undid everything I had done in the first version of episode 2, and apparently I forgot to undo this part, which is why I never showed you how to do this between episode 1 and episode 2. So this is going to be episode 1.5, because I'm finally going to show you how to do this small step. But you can't imagine how many people have been asking me how to do this. It's like, I think at least once a day I get a comment asking me how to do this. And it's really simple actually, so I don't know why people are having trouble with this, because my tutorials are actually not meant to just be reproduction. It's supposed to help people who already know how to use Scratch, but whatever. So it's really easy. Where we left off was, I think, at this part right here. We didn't have this sprite here yet, the night number sprite. We just had the newspaper, and this is what we had. That was the last thing we had. And if you're going from episode 1 to episode 1.5, which is this one, and then episode 2, just ignore these things here, this part for example, and all the other sprites. That's just stuff that I've already done in episode 5 or 6. I don't even know what number I'm on right now, which is not important at the moment. So, and also this power part is also not important, but you can already add it if you want to for later. But of course, if you're coming from episode 5 or episode 6 or whichever episode number I'm on, you already have this part right here with the power. So where we left off after episode 1 was right here, and then after that, this makes the newspaper sort of fade in. It broadcasts hide.menu, and then every sprite that was part of the menu before this, which is the Freddy character in the main menu, the shadow at the bottom, the FNAF logo, the static, and also the new game button, they all receive this thing right here, which is that it just stops all the other scripts in the sprite and then hides the sprite. So basically, the sprite just stops existing in a way. It doesn't do anything anymore and it hides itself. And then the newspaper waits 2 seconds and then starts fading out again. And at the end of that, it broadcasts show current night. And then what this does is we have this sprite right here, which as its costumes, I'm just going to look which folder these are from. I think it's from the night loading screens. These things right here. So basically you have to import these right like this, and then just fill out the gray parts with black and also the surrounding part. And that's going to give you the costume that you need. And now I just added night 3 in a way, and then you rename the costume to whichever night number you have in the costume. So 1, 2, 3. And then when the flag is clicked, this sprite has to hide. And when it receives the show current night from the newspaper, which is broadcast after the newspaper has faded out, it's gonna switch to the costume current night, which is a new variable which you need to add, which I added in here. So into the new game button. So when you press new game, obviously the current night should be set to 1 because you're starting a new game. So you also need to add this part right here, set current night to 1. And then it switches to that costume, shows itself, waits 2 seconds, and then broadcasts start game and hides itself. And another sprite that receives the show current night is the static, which does this. So it shows itself, clears all graphic effects to make sure it's not translucent. Then it repeats only 2 times, go to front and next costume. So there's a really short animation like this. That's what it looks like. And then it just hides itself. So just basically copy this part. And then after the 2 seconds, it just starts the game. The night number sprite starts the game and hides itself. And I think from that point on is what we did in episode 2. I think. Okay, so I'm really sorry that this took, I think it was 2 years almost now that people didn't know how to do this. I mean, you could have, I think most people figured it out at some point by themselves. But still, here it is. Now you know how to do it. And this is going to be episode 1.5, I guess. The next episode, I don't know what number we're on. 7, 8, 9, 10. I really don't know. I'm confused. I don't even look at my own videos. I really don't remember what number we're on. It's going to come pretty soon, but I just wanted to do this one really quick because there's so many people asking for it. Here you go. And I hope everyone that's starting episode 2 and having trouble found this one in between to help them. And now, when you go on to episode 2, don't mind my voice being kind of different because that was 2 years ago and I was speaking very differently, speaking strangely. Anyways, I've been rambling on for half a minute now after the tutorial was already done. Hope this helped you and God bless your life. Happy Easter. Have fun if you're religious or if you're not like me. Happy Easter. I don't care. Great. Go on to the next tutorial. Have fun.